You are the love of my life, the apple of my eye. I'm so glad at the day I said yes, I do. You've given me so much love, although it's just a journey. I'm a ride or die with you.
Okay, hello there, viewers and streamers all over the world. How are you doing? How is your day? How did your day go? Okay, we are still on the matter, and here we are at Western Spring Television, channel 190 DTT on Star Time. And of course, you know we are right there on YouTube, we're there on the Facebook, Instagram, X at Western Spring Television, and we have loads of our content. But like right now, it is time for Inside a Marriage. Yay! You know, I really do love it's the time when it comes to speaking about the things that happen in the world of marriages because it almost feels like we are getting it and not getting it at the same time. The marriage of those days and the marriage of these days. So we are here to keep you in the know. We are here to enlighten you. We are here to let you in on the do's and don'ts of marriages. And the truth is this, if you know you're not following that do's and don'ts, marriage is definitely not for you. Because whether you like it or not, there are some things you just got to deprive yourself of. There are some things you just got to, buy into, all in the name of marriage. It is a beautiful institution. There is no doubt about that. And I keep saying this week in, week out. Marriage is definitely an option in as much as it is not life-threatening. So wherever it says that you're looking at me from right now, just sit down. If possible, get a drink in your hand. If possible, have something to chew and keep it locked because today we're going to be treating a particular topic that affects homes. Some have been able to manage it very well. Some, it tore the home apart. Some are struggling with it as we speak. On this space, we are here to learn, unlearn, relearn, all at the same time because in life, the more you live, the more you learn. And over the years in the world of marriages, I've realized that it is indeed an institution. Madam Zobia rightly said the moment you dabble into the world of marriages, you have your certificate, but you are never getting out of it. And the day she said it, I'm like, oh my God, like you're not getting out? So I can be like, of course, come off from there. So, but then it's definitely an option. It's a beautiful thing, loving somebody and having somebody to love you back. I've got my discussants well seated. I mean, seated handsomely and beautifully here in the studio. And I really cannot wait for you to see their faces. But then I would just want to take a chill pew, okay? Then when I come back, I'm going to be introducing my discussants for today and then the topic for today. Don't go nowhere.
You are the love of my life, the apple of my eye. I'm so glad at the day I said yes, I do. You've given me so much love, although it's just a journey. I'm a ride or die with you.
Yes, Inside a Marriage is here on your TV screens again. Thank you so much for all the feedbacks that I do get. It's a beautiful feeling having men too, come into my DM to actually explain the kind of scenarios or deals that is going on in their marriage. The truth is this. I keep saying this as well. Learn to open up, talk to somebody that you feel it is worth it. It is worthwhile. Have a conversation. Don't huddle a whole lot inside of you. A lot of people have lost their lives all in the name of, I do not want anybody to know what is going on there in my marriage. But the truth is, you just got to have somebody to lean on. We all need somebody to lean on. Alrighty, looking over here. Beautiful Madam Zobia. Ever radiant Madam Zobia. Mama that is fresh like moi moi. How are you doing this evening?
Ajibike.
Yes, Mama.
That's the God, Ajibike.
Madam Zobia, I'm here.
I am fine. Thank you.
Welcome on the show.
Thank you.
I'm so happy. On the radio, I'm called the radio queen of cruise and totori. I love the fact that I can totori anybody. In fact, I'll sweep you off your feet. You might even lose control. You are beaming with smiles.
I trust you.
How has your day been?
It's been fine. We thank God.
Pastor K, how are you doing?
Very well, thank you.
I love the sound of that. give me this. What was your 2025 like? I mean, the year is gradually coming to an end. What was it like for you?
2025 for me was a year of learning.
Hmm.
Yeah, learning so much. I've learned so much, and I'm ready to take on 2026 because of 2025.
Because of 2025. Yeah. Okay, I love that. Madam Zumbia, what was 2025? What was the experience like for you?
In fact, this 2025 is a year of joy and happiness for me.
Oh, I love that.
I achieved things I never knew I could achieve.
That is beautiful.
So my 2026, by the special grace of God, is going to be a year of Thanksgiving.
I say amen to
I'm
that.
owing God a lot of Thanksgivings, and I'm starting by January by the grace of God. I owe God every month in the year 2026. I'm going to have Thanksgiving at every month because I have so many intentions, I have so many things God has achieved for me.
Beautiful. And I say amen to that. And I hope it's going to be your year of Thanksgiving too. Okay. I didn't say my name. Oh, okay. I'm Ajibike Anjorin Ojo, a.k.a. the Screen Diva. I'm so excited. Compliment of the season to our viewers out there. And, you know, a lot of y'all had New Year resolutions that some of y'all couldn't put in place based on one or two. But the truth is, in as much as you are existing, in as much as you just keep pushing, and as much as you are hustling, trust me, you're definitely going to get there. And don't look at your neighbor or your friend and think you want to run their race. Eventually, everybody runs their race. Yes, once again, we are ready for Inside Marriage today. And I would love to have my first story on my TV screen right now. Today, we're going to be talking about a particular topic. We're talking about balancing career and marriage. Balancing career and marriage. A lot of times homes are falling apart because of this, and a lot of times couples, like I said, have been able to manage it. And I'm going to be reading the story right now. This woman said, my husband is a lawyer. While I studied mass communication, she said he is living on his dream job. He opened a shop for me to sell baby stuffs. It is so tiring and boring. Why should it be the women who gets to compromise more? This woman said, it's like I'm wasting away. And that is inbuilt in me and learned. Okay, I didn't get that part because it was a forwarded message. She said, we married almost immediately after I graduated. I never thought he would not let me chase my passion. Okay, so that is the story of a woman who is not getting what she actually wants. Obviously. Pastor K, you shook your head when you read that story. Tell me what is running through your mind on this story, this lamentations of this woman.
Lamentation indeed.
Yes.
Because what I see there is a woman whose, let me use the word, whose life or journey was cut short as a result of marriage.
Wow.
And to an extent, I won't blame the man.
Okay.
Why? Because there's something called that they refer to as talking stage now. That's not the stage for parfait or shawarma. It's the stage to discuss things like this.
Real talks.
Yeah, real talks. This is what I want to do with my life. Because life is a journey. You're going on a bus. And there are people that are on that bus not going your destination.
Exactly. Each
So,
person drops
yes,
at
each
its
person
junction.
drops at his own bus stop or junction.
That's right.
So this is the time to discuss with the man. Oh, this is what I want to do with my life. How does it go with your own vision?
How does it align?
And how does it align? So if it doesn't align,
There's no point.
there's no point, because I believe marriage is for a vision or a purpose to be achieved. So it is not for emotion.
Wow.
Those ones are secondary.
Okay.
You understand? Yeah. So because God puts you together to achieve a particular thing. So it's not about your emotion.
Okay.
It's not about the children and all those things. It's about both of you first.
And
So-
that purpose.
Yeah, and that purpose. So if it is not going well with that purpose,
Okay.
there's no need for the marriage.
Wow.
That
So-
should be discussed in the beginning.
That should be discussed in the beginning from the talking stage. So because you didn't discuss that in the beginning, or
Yes,
some
right.
other things took your attention or diverted you, so now you are coming into, you're already in the marriage, and you are lamenting.
She's
According to you, she's
lamentations,
lamenting
yeah.
now, which I don't think someone like me has a solution for a lamentation.
Wow.
The thing
Not
should have
even a
been-
revelation?
I don't have a revelation for it.
Wow. Okay, Madam Zobia, I'm still coming back to you, Pastor K, but Madam Zobia, what do we say to this woman?
Like Pastor K said, and I always say it, communication is very important in every relationship. at the very beginning, state what you want. Since she didn't insist on continuing or diving into her career or doing what she loved most or what she read, I think the man is even fair enough by keeping her busy, opening a shop for her.
What would he have done though?
So since they didn't discuss the region agreement, he would have decided she should be a complete housewife.
Oh my goodness.
You understand? So that's why I said he was even considerate enough to have opened a shop for her. Because she didn't state what she wanted in the beginning. That is what it meant.
She got married almost immediately after she graduated.
That doesn't stop her from saying, after graduation, I want to work in a radio station or television station or media house because I read mass communication.
Okay.
At least she didn't just come out, met the man on the same day and got married to him on the same day. There were times they were eating shawarma and taking parfait or
they
eating
didn't
ice
have the
cream.
time to have that conversation.
I mean, she should have said it. When she saw that the whole relationship is working towards marriage, you state your intention. The guy is pushing his dream career and you kept quiet. So definitely he will push you to where he wants.
Wow.
So he's even very considerate by opening a children's store for her. What if he had said, I'm making good money, you stay at home, take care of the home, and place her on salary?
Wow. Pastor K actually said something. He said this is the situation of a woman whose, what did he call it? Something about her life has been, or a dream.
A destiny or a dream
has been cut short, all in the name of being married. And you know, on here, I've realized that we cannot overemphasize the reason to communicate about everything.
Yeah.
You know, because a lot of homes are falling apart due to this lack of communication.
Yes.
Pastor K, let me ask you this. Can there ever be a balance? Do couples balance it for real when it comes to careers and, you know, careers and in marriages? Let me ask you this question. Is it balanceable?
Practically.
Okay.
It's not. Yeah.
It's not balanceable.
It's not. Practically.
Wow. Okay.
Except we want to deceive ourselves.
Okay,
it's
sir.
Not.
Okay.
It's not. Because when it comes to the place of career and marriage, either of the two will call for more of your attention than the other. And you can't satisfy both. It's not possible.
It can't be on a 50-50.
It can't be. It can't be. So there must be compromise. That's just it. There must be compromise.
Wow. Madam Zubia, do you believe in balancing? Do you believe like couples can actually balance?
It's not possible.
Wow.
It's not possible because both of you, you're pushing your career, you're making money in the very beginning.
Okay.
When the children start coming, as a mother,
yes,
as a mother, your eyes wouldn't want to see the things that will happen in the home. By that time, you want to give your children full attention, and what suffers your career will either be stopped or be truncated. One must suffer for one. So it can't be 50-50.
Madam Zubia, to the story that we first read, I could have it on my TV screen again if possible. This woman is seated in front of you right now. How do we handle this? I understand you don't have a revelation for this, but what do we say to this woman?
If that woman is sitting before me, I will ask her, what did you agree with the man in the very beginning?
We already know there was no agreement.
There was no agreement. And I will remind her that this man was fair enough to have kept her busy.
Are we saying that is going to be a life in that marriage?
No, it's not going to be. She could still call him and let him know her mind.
You think it's doable?
Of course it is.
Okay.
That's the boils down to communication. She'll still have to call him.
Okay.
He's her husband.
That means the communication they didn't have before marriage, they need to start having it now.
Yes, they can still have it.
Beautiful.
And they can still reach an agreement now.
Okay.
She can pet him into allowing
giving
her
in.
Pursue her career.
Okay.
It's never too late. So this is her lamentation now. She shouldn't lament. Rather, she should work on it.
Okay, Pastor K, do you agree with this?
Yeah, I do. I want to bring a scenario up now. There was a case, I think last week or 2 weeks ago on the internet that a pastor was preaching and he was talking about his wife. Before he met the wife, before they got married, the woman had this dream of becoming a doctor, a medical doctor.
Okay.
And the guy, each time she brought up the case of, I want to travel abroad for this and that, and the guy would be like, call it work, according to him.
Okay.
So, in fact, the way he was saying it on the internet, he was smiling and just jesting and things like that. People picked him up and they called him out. And they said he's a narcissist, is this, is that. But he later came back to correct the notion because he said instead of her traveling abroad, he made her do that course online. She still became the medical whatever she wanted to become, but she had it online. So he balanced it, making him understand. At least what he was looking at there was, if you travel out for this thing you want to do, there's every probability that this marriage will crash. Something like that.
That's right.
So let's say at first they didn't have that full discussion.
That's right.
Do you understand?
Okay.
But like she said, they can still have it now. But now you are not coming from the point of, you don't have power again, as it were.
Exactly.
Because in the beginning you still hold the power.
Exactly.
But now you don't hold it again.
That's why I say you pet him.
You are coming to plead into accepting what you
your
want
idea.
to do.
Yeah.
Wow, okay, automatically, I mean, it's not like a game of luck and in the hands of God for such a woman to eventually get back on track. Else, it could just be alive. Okay, this is going to bring us back to our second story for today. We need our second story for today because the whole thing about balancing career and marriage, it almost feels like it is something we need to make doable. Okay, been married 5 years. Okay, this is a woman. Been married 5 years. My husband got a job in another state. I told him I can't live with my husband being far from me. I just can't, for reasons known to me. It broke the home we were building. The job was more important. Now, balancing career and marriage, do we really think it breaks homes? Like, in this sense, in this story, was it enough reason for such a home to break? Madam Zobia.
To me,
That's right.
me, the Marazobia seated here, this is a very flimsy excuse to break my marriage. My marriage started on that note. My marriage started on that note. You understand?
Okay.
Been two weeks to my wedding, my husband was transferred out of the state we are staying to a very far state. And he was like, please, could you allow me complete my white wedding? I'll go after the white wedding. 2 weeks to the white wedding, he was transferred. I mean, who does that? Transferring your husband, I think he's pursuing his career and you know the kind of job he does.
Okay.
He could take him to anywhere.
Okay.
And you accepted to marry. I mean, when you are marrying somebody, marry both his problem and his successes. So that you live with it. You know the person's career that he could be transferred. Okay, maybe you married a soldier now. And they send him to somewhere for peacekeeping. Okay. And you will say you wouldn't want him to go. You know the kind of job he does before you dabbled into accepting to marry him. Okay. So you just have to. So it's not enough reason to break a home.
So is not enough reason to break a home.
No,
you said
not.
Flimsy, but let's not forget the fact that individuals we actually.
That's why I use myself as an example. I said to me.
Pastor K, what about you? What do we say about the story? Was that actually enough reason to break such a home? Like I don't want my husband far from me. And she said, I have
reasons best known to her.
Best known to her.
Now, if you talk to professional counselors when it comes to marriage issues, there are days that you're not permitted to stay apart as couples. I think maybe if you've stayed apart for like a year or so, it's like that marriage does not exist. Even in the law, if you stay apart for like a year plus, that marriage is
what if within that year you are communicating very well?
And that's a different ballgame. Okay. You understand? Most times, let's tell ourselves the truth. When it comes to marriage, God ordained marriage is for companionship. And companionship is beyond just communicating on phones. Bible talks about when two are together, when one is cold, the other gives heat. So on phone, you don't give heat, except you want to be doing something else. So there are cases, in fact, check most cases where you have them live apart. 80% of the times, either of the parties engage in extracurricular activities.
I want to agree with that, okay.
So I believe marriage should be both of you together. So there are ways where you can make these things happen. There are compromises that will be made. And most times, I think what this lady is talking about is the women, the compromise now shifts or tilts to the side of the women more than the men. Do you understand? Yeah. So I don't believe in staying separate from your woman or from your man. I don't believe in it. Just like that woman has said. But there are people, like you said, we differ in our emotions and things that we can take. Some people they claim they can stay away from their spouses for years and nothing will happen. Good. It's a lie. Our elasticity, whatever, differs. Yes, there's something. When they penetrate, when they hit you too much, you will give up.
So are you trying? Okay.
Sorry, what I'm trying to say is from this story, I don't think this transfer is away from a town, it's another state.
Out of state.
It's out of state.
Out of state.
Out of state. Okay, let's say transferred within Nigeria. maybe from Lagos.
From Lagos to Abuja.
From Lagos to Abuja.
Yes.
I mean, the man shouldn't stay more than 2 months. He should be checking up on his family.
Okay, but Pastor K, let me throw this at you again. Okay, you want to say something?
They should be visiting each other.
Now, I want to say something. See, there's a case with someone you see every day and someone you don't see every day. Out of sight becomes out of mind.
So they say.
Yeah, I'm working in a place now and I'm seeing you every day. From like 9 o'clock to like 6 p.m. every day, Monday to Friday. Whether I like it or not, this thing grows. It's emotion. It will grow. Now, you're not seeing your wife, it's just on phone. And you understand? So, I don't believe in you stay in Abuja. You stay, no. Come home to stay with your wife.
What if the job is not, the jurisdiction of the job is not in the same state?
For me, any job that will take me away from my woman,
you are not going to
I'm not
accept
interested
the offer.
in it.
Okay, the job you are already doing, you're already in this banking job before you got married. Okay, Pastor K.
Yeah.
And now you got promoted and you are asked to go and head an office in Abuja.
Yeah.
You will, because of your marriage, quit the job?
Oh, no. Listen, let's say, no. Listen to me.
I'm listening.
Listen to me.
Yeah.
Me, as a person,
Yes, sir.
that bank is not the only bank around. That job is not the only job around. I'm not restricted. My destiny is not tied to that job. Anything that will break my home can go.
You didn't know it was going to break your home.
Madam Zobia.
No. You didn't know it was going to break your home. It is your woman now that was not agitating.
A woman.
Then why can't you move with her?
No, listen.
Why can't she go with the husband?
No, I'm telling the woman now. That's what we are discussing.
Yes,
here.
right.
I'm telling the woman, quit your own job to follow me there. That's the meaning. That's what this lady is fighting for.
Okay.
Why must women be the one to
compromise? Because from this story,
That's
I need us to understand that this woman had already told the husband, I do not want you to be far away from me. It is a desire for a man. So if probably the man actually wanted it as well, maybe he should have compromised too. But in this situation, I'm seeing a man who is not ready to compromise. And trust me, he actually broke their home. Just because. Like, she just cannot. She could have her reasons. It could be libido. It could be that companionship.
Now, you leave the home now, and the woman now engages in Esther, and you are not saying
she did this.
About?
Must it be that direction?
It does.
That's what we have around Madam Zobia.
Okay, Pastor K, what are those things? Why do you think this woman, what are those personal reasons you think this woman must have said she doesn't want her husband out from her side?
You're asking me, right?
Yes, I'm trying to.
Can I talk from my own perspective?
Yeah.
Talk from your own
Nothing can stop me. Nothing can make me want my husband leave his job and just come and stay on
now this is not you. Let's talk about the regular women out there, because some women are very...
The children of nowadays?
Yes, right. What could be going on in her head? I don't want my husband. I want us to understand something, that there are even spouses, in fact, there are wives who would do anything for their husband to not even be around them. Like the moment he had that job, she would be so happy, like, oh, okay, we can be distant, we'll have more, But this is coming from a place of, I cannot say, you discussant are the what I'm going to say. So, Pastor K, what do you want to say?
Now, listen to this. See, if you say, according to, now, when they say things, they are looking at it on the average. Now, what do I mean by on the average? Now, the most beautiful girl in Nigeria, in quote now, is not the most beautiful girl in Nigeria.
No doubt about that.
Yeah, there are people in Ifa
that
will be better than her.
Definitely.
But she's part of the people that have been seen outside. You understand? So on the average, those days too, when you talk about our mothers, those days, because that's what people say. Oh, those days we had women that stayed away from their husbands and they took care of the children. But go and check. Those days there were no internet and all these things, DNA and all these things. Most of those women gave their husbands bastards.
Yeah, sure.
Because the men were not around. So someone else was taking care of that part or that department for them. Do you understand? So most times when they say, I can stay with, they can't stay away.
It is all a ruse, right?
They can't. So let's stop beating about the bush. Let's tell ourselves the truth. For me, and I think there are men like me, most of the men that I've seen today, out of every 10 men that you see today, 8 of them that stayed away from their wives have other side chicks outside.
Even those staying with their wives, talk less of the one that is far away.
That's exactly the point, and this broke the home. So automatically, Pastor K, you're saying it is definitely enough reason to actually break
It's
that
enough
home,
reason. Because if you're a man, you are telling your wife to compromise, leave her own job, to follow you to wherever, why can't you too?
Compromise, like, okay, this woman doesn't want me to go. Okay, I think this is a new revelation after this lamentation. It was definitely a revelation to Madam Zobia. Okay, it is still inside marriage, and the truth is, I really love the energy in the studio today. Pastor K is on fire. especially on this particular topic, that if he said, if that job is going to tear his home apart, he will not take it. But it almost looks like a lot of us right now, we celebrate the things more than the persons or the spouse that God has put on our path. And the truth is, I totally agree with him when he said, I mean, when I say this, a lot of things happen behind closed doors. Those days, a lot of things were not in the limelight, you know, and we have bastard children everywhere. Children, I bet to say. But right now, the whole thing is in the limelight. You see, you know, so you just can never be careful. And for a woman to come out and say, I do not want my husband far away from me. To me, I think that is a good woman. She really poured out her heart. And since it was not going to work, it broke that home apart. Okay, we need to go on this commercial break. And when we come back, I'm going to be, okay, we're going to have a particular video on our screen talking about balancing career in marriage. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
You are the love of my life, the apple of my eye. I'm so glad at the day I said yes, I do. You've given me so much love, although it's just a journey. I'm a ride or die with you.
Nigeria once had giraffes, rhinos, and cheetahs, but we have lost this iconic species. And we may lose our lions, elephants, and gorillas too. Be iconic and join me to protect our wildlife. Report wildlife crime and say no to illegal bushmeat, because poaching steals from us all.
Our pangolins are in crisis. They need our help. Hundreds of pangolins are killed for their meat and scales every year. If we continue this way, we'll risk losing them forever. Tell your family and friends to say no to illegal bushmeat from pangolins, because protecting nature protects us all.
You are the love of my life, the apple of my eye. I'm so glad at the day I said yes, I do. You've given me so much love, although it's just a journey. I'm a ride or die with you.
I don't ever put my kids first, right? And it's different. I've been with my wife since I was 18. So we've been with each other since we was kids.
And how old were you when you got married?
Yeah, I was 26 when I got married.
Okay, so you started 18 and got married?
18, 8 years together.
So y'all had a beautiful opportunity to just be friends for a while.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
And I learned through that process that if I try to put myself first as the father, right? Let's be honest, all of us as men will sit here and be like, I'm the man, I'm the leader of the household, right? How could I be the leader and put myself first? That's not what leaders do. Like in my family, my grandfather, Army guy, didn't say much. But one thing I knew, he was putting everybody before himself. Like my grandmother came first, the kids came, and then my grandfather took care of himself. My father did the same thing. And what I learned in life is the more I focused on my partner, the mother of my children, and I made sure she was good, she was able to reciprocate that. And then when my kids saw it, they were able to see like, oh, that's what a living, loving relationship looks like. They were now involved in our relationship the same way. We speak honestly and open in real time. Any issues my kids have, they have the confidence to come to me because they've seen that their mom can come to me, and I'm not gonna be like, so it's a safe space.
Wow.
So for me, as a father, it's like, you know what, I wanna create a space where everybody knows that they safe.
Wow, that got
Love
me.
it.
That was
Sounds sweet.
very sweet to hear. Now, is this because it's the Western world? Do we still have men who put their family first?
Yeah.
Wow. Because it is almost a norm now. You hear men say stuff like, no, one life to live. I'm putting myself first. I want to look out for myself because nobody's going to look out for me. In fact, I've seen men who say they want to have more than one woman just because they can't predict what the future
That's the
holds.
trend now.
Why do you think, how did we get there, Madam Zobia?
Well, from the men perspective, what I heard my colleagues say.
Okay, maybe you talk and you
Not
hear
me,
say
I
it.
heard them say it. They said most times after training the children and they become successful, this issue of the children are married, they give birth, and the woman goes for omugo, that the man is left to suffer, and that the children mostly prefers having the mother's attention than the father, and the father ends up being lonely, like from the very beginning. So they are really preaching second wife that is allowed, that is the solution, third wife, all that stuff. So I don't know what is happening.
Okay, Pastor K, let me direct this to you. Give us reasons why men should put their family first ahead of them.
Just like that guy said.
Okay.
You are the leader. A leader puts other people first. That's number one. Number two, it's God's method of leadership too. Yes. When Jesus came to this world, he came to lay down his own life for others to live.
They say they're not Jesus Christ.
Eh? They say, no. Now, that tells us that as a leader, you should do that for your family. But why you see men react today is most of them actually did that and they didn't get any results in return.
Wow.
So the younger men you see nowadays don't want their lives to be like the lives of those people ahead of them. So that's why you hear some of them say, I'll take care of myself first before any other person.
Okay.
So like the example she gave now, we have various or numerous examples like that of homes that happened to the man. When the children came of age, they became successful. They took care of their mothers more
than the father.
Than the fathers. So the fathers now became like people that just got there to train children for them, and in their own old age, they are praying for you to die. Because there's this song they normally sing, is a Yoruba song, Mommy, oh, Apelaye. Nobody sings for the father.
We can always sing now, Jiggy Me.
Jiggy me ko bodo for Jiggy.
How many children know that song today?
Fair enough. Okay, fair
so
enough.
Most men take the position of I want to take care of myself first, because even the kete or the POS that is bringing the money, take care of that POS and service it so that it doesn't die, so that money keeps coming. But all in all, I would still say marry your kind. If you marry a good woman or if you marry a good man, this will not be an issue to even discuss.
Madam Zobia, how do couples identify when their work life is beginning to stray their relationship? What are those things? What are those flags that you begin to see in the
By the time they don't give each other attention any longer, and they focus on work, you work in the office, you bring the work back home. I think that's okay. Office work should remain in the office, right? Because there are home works too. So by the time you carry office work to the home and ignore the homework, definitely your partner will start complaining. And problems will start coming up.
Okay, Pastor K, what about you? What are those signs that couples should look out for once and this is like, this career is already affecting this marriage? What are those things that couples will start seeing and noticing in their homes?
When the proceeds of the career, the result of the career, that's money and all those other things that you get, fame, level, change of level and all those things, become too obvious than the proceed of your marriage. Now, what do I mean by that? When you magnify money, the money you are getting from your place of work, the life you want because the career will give you that, when you magnify all those things more than your mutual time together. You know, when you sit down together to discuss, to talk about, how did your day go and all those things, that practically does not bring money to you.
Yes, right.
Yeah. So when all those little time that you should spend together have become abstracts, you don't see them again. I have to get to the office, I have to do this, school fees, this, all those. When you start seeing all those things, you are already drifting apart. That marriage is already having problem. So I think
it's a cracked wall already.
Yes, cracked wall that not just a lizard can enter, alligators can enter, even crocodiles can enter. So watch out for those ones.
Wow. Pastor K, is it possible to succeed at work without letting love and family suffer? Is it possible?
Very possible.
Wow.
Very possible.
How achievable is this?
Okay, let me use ministry
as
an example. It still goes back to the kind of person you get married to.
Your kind.
Your kind. If you marry a good person, because I say to people in church, as a man, you are getting married to this lady. I want to see this lady after like 6 months, and I want to see her career must have improved or her business must have improved. The same thing with the man too. I want to check this man out in the next 3 months, 6 months, and things must have changed for him. So it's because if you marry your kind, that person will be looking out for you.
Definitely.
And you also will be looking out for that person.
Yeah.
So marrying your kind helps every other thing to find their place.
Madam Zobia, I need you to say something to that, you know, like succeeding at work without, is there a way you can work around it and the family and the love in the family will not suffer?
It will not suffer because if you carry your wife along, your family along, they know the kind of job you do.
Okay.
They give you the maximum support.
Okay.
Because if you don't have peace at home, you'll not be able to work well. You will not get good results.
Yes, right.
So the home gives you the backup with prayer and support and assistance by giving you peace of mind.
Okay.
Enjoy your fat.
Okay.
Definitely you will succeed.
Okay, now so let me just throw this directly. Are we saying that the moment this couple decide to chase their goals heads on, are we saying automatically the family will or should feel the heat? Not because it's almost like, you know, when we talk about balancing career in marriage right now, it's almost like you don't do past yourself. It is almost like you got to have restraint on how much you want to hustle. And we realize, like in the nation or the situation that we are right now, everybody really want to chase after the money. So are you saying like the moment you choose like you want to face your career heads on, are we saying there's going to be a problem?
Because the two, it can never be 50-50. Your time will not be equal. One will suffer for one. And once a woman pursues her career, the home front will suffer. The children. That means you have left your children in the hands of your maids. And anything could happen.
Okay.
And these children, they are, somebody said marriage is a business, that the children are the profits you make him marry. A lot of things are happening today. So these children, they are what you look up to and you smile and you give God the glory,
Yes,
right?
Yes, right.
So now when you not leave the faith and the life of your children in the hands of your maid because you are pushing career, it is not balanced. You will definitely come back to cry.
And the man?
Oh, shit.
The man can fly?
And I was expecting that, yeah.
Yes. And the man?
The man pursues his career 100.
Heads on. So we are saying no holds back to a man who wants to pursue his career.
That's what they do. That's what they feel. But some of them, in fairness, some men help in the home front.
Okay.
And what do their friends call them? Pastor said it here one day.
What did they call them?
Pastor, finish it.
Now, don't finish it yourself. You started it.
No, Madam Zoe, are we saying the men are allowed to pursue their own dream heads on? And because from what she just said, so automatically the women are the ones to compromise in a marriage for it to work. Why the men focus on their career? Is that what you're saying right now?
I think because it should be so, because men are the breadwinner. They should be the breadwinner.
Pastor K,
women are supporting.
We are supporting.
Women should be supporting.
Okay.
They should be supporting the men.
Okay.
But that does not mean the woman should be like a furniture in the house.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
She should be up and doing also.
Okay.
But the home front, her major, even if you didn't ask her, she will not feel comfortable if the home is not properly if the home is not in order.
Okay, Pastor K.
Let's borrow this from that last video.
Okay.
Of the leadership thing. Now, Pastor Sam Adeyemi will always say something that everything falls and rises with leadership. Now, I don't believe
everything falls and rises. Okay.
Yeah, I don't believe the man should have just a highway.
The power.
Yeah, it shouldn't be. Now, both of them should be able to compromise. A sane man will not tell just the woman to compromise. Nowadays, women are also breadwinners. In fact, if you take a sample now of like 100 homes, you will find at least 70 that are being taken care of by the women, not the men.
Sure.
Yeah. So that being the case, are you saying because the women are now the breadwinners, they should go on with their own career and the man should sit at home? So let's balance it. It still boils down to marrying a good person. Because both of you will be able to look at, okay, babe, you can go on with this. There are men, in fact, that's what the Western world now compels or forces men to do.
Okay.
That's why you see that this one goes for the shift in the morning. As he's returning home, the wife is handing over the baby to him and she's going for her own. So both of them are doing their thing. So if these people can do
in
these
Nigeria,
things,
it can't work.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I said most people are animals. Sorry to use that word. Why? Because the things you can't take here are the things they have compelled you to do there.
To do abroad.
So it means if you carry the same attitude of what you are doing there and you bring it back here, your homes will survive.
But here in Nigeria, we don't have shifts.
No, like
We work 7 a.m. I'll be 7:30 a.m.
Yeah.
to 6 p.m.
Okay.
we don't
We don't have that kind of opportunity they have there. You understand? So now the thing is, there are still men in Nigeria today that assist their wives in the home.
I agree.
And
Those are
their
correct
friends gave them names. And by giving them buying some ideas into their heads, feeling that the woman must have used something on him. There are still men. I this morning I saw a man backing a baby. Backing his baby. Because the wife was cooking and the baby was crying.
That's beautiful.
He carried the baby. I made a mistake. I should have videoed him. And I beckoned at me. I was like,
You encourage him.
it's somebody I know.
Yeah, that's good.
I beckoned at me. I did like this.
That's
He
good.
bagged the baby with wrapper and put on jar. So there are still good men out there. There are still men that help their wives at
Okay,
home.
Pastor K.
No, that's a correct man as far as I'm concerned.
I totally
It
agree with
doesn't
you.
Perfect
limit
man.
your person
At
as
all.
a man. It doesn't.
At all.
Now, it even makes the woman to respect you the more. That's a good woman.
I
oh.
totally agree.
A good woman.
I totally-
Now, the case is this. In Nigeria that you're talking about now, yeah, there are men that don't want to go that low. Why? Because of the kind of woman they are married to. Some men know that if I take one step for you, you will tell me to go miles.
Tomorrow,
And some of them, their friends instigate them not to do it.
Now,
Yes.
a man that would listen to that from his friends, sorry to say, is a foolish man. Why? Because some of these people that will advise you to take some steps in your own homes, go and check back in their homes.
They are taking
worse
steps.
Do you understand? So we have gotten to a level. As a man, you get to a level in your life that your decision now becomes: if I perish, I perish. Yorubas will always say something. They will say, "Inu le eni latin je kute onidodo." That means secret things are done in your home.
That's right.
So if you are backing your baby and you are cooking rice or doing something for your wife at home, you don't even need to be voicing it outside. Except you want to like educate some people. There are some things that I tell people in church that when I educate them in church, they look at me and they go, "Really? Can you actually do it?" I do things like that.
Wow.
Do you understand? There are men that you will find when you say things like that outside, that, "Oh, I've washed my wife's clothes before." They look at you as, "Hey, they've mixed something for you."
Or I made breakfast. They see it as, why would a man enter kitchen? Why wouldn't a man enter kitchen?
Any man that says that, that's why they deal with them when they go abroad. Yeah, no. When they go abroad, they get to that place, you see the women now turn. They become something else. They become the weapon fashioned against them. And you, no. Because if you marry a nice person, you're a kind person, even from here in Nigeria, it does all those things. It's not a problem.
So it shouldn't be a big deal
It
when they
shouldn't be a
get
big deal
over
there.
there.
So those are the people you call traditional. In fact, when you look at traditionality now as it is, it's not a problem. It's the person that is the problem.
Yeah.
You have a wife that, now I have a guy in church. When the wife was pregnant, because I was asking the woman, she was like, have you been, a woman gets to a stage in pregnancy that they can't eat what they prepared themselves.
That's right.
Now, I think she was at that stage, so she couldn't prepare anything. The guy was going into the kitchen for like a month or so. The guy was the one taking care of the food.
Yes, right.
And he was doing it well. Even when she could cook, she was okay to cook now. He was still doing it.
He started enjoying doing
It's
that.
not a problem. Yes, it's not a problem. So, but no, I can't enter kitchen. Go and cook. Are you the first person to get pregnant?
Yes.
So things like that are somehow. Those are not normal human beings. Those are damaged people.
Damaged persons. Okay, yes, it is still Inside Marriage once again, and like I said, I'm really enjoying the atmosphere in the studio right now, because the truth is, inside marriage, the truth just has to be told. And like I keep saying this, there are do's and don'ts in marriages, and this is what we are emphasizing on in here. There are some things that you can opt for, and some things that are a no-no in a marriage. Okay, right now we want to have our second video on our TV screen, and of course, it is still Inside Marriage.
Marriage versus career. Can I really have both? And so why do you think people struggle to balance marriage and career? Because we are in a society that we look at other people's things like social media, television, and we think that everybody has it all. Right. And that everybody is excelling and exceeding and living this glamorous life, and it's not real. So many people ask me that question: can I have it all? And can I be and do and accomplish all of these things all at one time.
That was a beautiful one. And you see, the truth is, you said something, and I hold on to that. You spoke about influence from friends, okay? And a lot of times the men will go out there, they have a conversation with their friends, and when they come home, you know, it's like a man who practically washed dishes for his wife comes out to speak about, no, it is a no. As a man, you do not do that. That is influence, you know. So now let's talk about this. How do we really speak to our men that at some point it doesn't have to revolve around the friend? I've seen friends, spouses, men who would choose their friends to their women, to their wives. And they'll be like, no, my friend has been there before you, you know, but my friends remain and all. How do we really speak to these men to understand that women come first? Now, I'm not even done yet, you know. We've seen cases of men who would rather be out there with their friends than the women at home, because as Yorubas was the I don't know how we got there, but what do we speak to men like this? How do we really like sensitize them on saying that these women, they actually come first? I want you to speak about that leadership again, you know, then every other person can come secondary.
Now, I think, you know, I mentioned damaged people. I think this should be taken back to the home. Now, most of us, when we were growing up as men, we didn't have our fathers teach us some of these things.
The rudiments.
Yeah. In fact, some of us saw the life our fathers lived, the way they treated our mothers. And some of us came up with this slogan that this can never happen to us, or we can't treat our women like this, or we even hated the men, their fathers.
At the time, yeah.
But growing up now, we have become the things we dreaded in them. Are you getting it? Now, what I teach my children today, I didn't have a father teach me that.
Teach you.
Yeah. So I would say any man that is influenced, because any man that you don't train well as a child growing up will be influenced outside.
Okay, noted. Yeah. Okay.
So when you have, whichever man you want to get married to, please always note this. The home front matters most. One, what kind of home did he come from?
Okay.
Number one. Now, even if you have a man that grew up in a home that he was not well trained, perhaps somebody else hijacked him from his parents.
Yeah.
A mentor.
And told him the truth.
Yes, and told him the truth. If you have a man that has a mentor that you can always report him to, that's why when you say things like, discuss it amongst yourself, that thing does not really work in most homes. So you should have somebody you can report him to, one person that will not be biased. If there's someone that has been able to coach him or train him on how to be a perfect man, a good man, then you are lucky. But most of the men you have nowadays, we don't have
the internet. To nobody.
There are several things that have taught us. So you have eaten so much that you're not kwashokod. You understand?
Yeah, okay.
So there are several messages that the man is bringing home and it's not balanced. So there is nothing wrong. Okay, for example, if you say a man does not wash dishes, okay, fine. A man does not take care of children. A man does not wash clothes. A man does not do all the jobs.
Does not sweep the house.
So what does the man do? He brings money home. The woman also is bringing money home.
So what else?
So what else?
Let the money cook.
Do you understand?
Or the money
So
do the dishes.
Yorubas will say, "Otunwe osi, osiwe otun lowo fi mo." That means things are achieved when we are united.
Yes,
you understand? So when you have such men, let the church help. Let's go for counseling.
Okay. What
pastors preach in church? There are pastors that preach patriarchy. Yes, they preach it and they encourage these men that you are in charge. You are no. That's not what God is saying. So let's change the messages from the pulpit. Okay. Number one, let counseling be taken by the couples. In fact, some people, since they got married maybe 10, 15 years ago, they've never gone for anything counseling.
That's right.
You are outdated already. Be updated. Go for counseling. Learn new things. You understand? So with that, the men, they get new information, garbage in, garbage out, new things, and they start practicing those things. Then you will see that the home front will be better. This divorce we are seeing today, if we don't go back to these two things that I just spoke about, we have more coming. So let's go back to counseling.
Wow. Okay. Of course, balancing career and marriage. Madam Zobia, does it ever have to be a time in a marriage when couples have to choose between their career or their marriage?
There shouldn't be.
Wow.
There shouldn't be. Marriage is marriage. It's for better, for worse. Your wife or your partner is your better half. So it's just like you cutting off part of you just because of your career. You understand?
Okay.
So your career shouldn't be first.
Okay.
The first video we watched, the young man said, what he's doing today, he learned from his grandfather. His grandfather always saw his grandmom first, then the children before himself. And he got transferred to his parents. That his father always put his mother first, them before himself. That's why he also emulated. That's what we say. The home also matters in people's life. You understand? What the child sees going on with the parents is what he or she imbibes. I've said it here before. Debo said, before you marry a woman, check the mother. And Pastor said it's also applicable to Yorubas. So, when you are going to a family, what you were trained, there are some things, like Pastor K said, when I was growing up, I was always praying for a husband like my father. My father is the most, let me not say was, he's still alive. My father is the most quiet man in the whole world today. That's what we used to claim. God, please want to marry a husband like our father, But me, along the line, my mother changed the prayer point for me. She said, if you marry a man like your father, you'll be trampling him under feet because you are too hot. Do you understand? So what we see from home is what we pray for. And the ones that we didn't see from home, and thank God we are learned, we say things, we want to key our children into the good path. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, right.
You wouldn't want your children to tread the same path that you treaded, that you know that is not right.
Yes, right.
You want them to tread the right path. And having a mentor also helps. A good mentor. There are some mentors that destroy homes.
I agree.
There are some mentors that will tell the man, do not agree to what your wife is saying.
Okay.
And the man will be claiming that this is my mentor. And when you get there to complain, he lashes you and brings you, and in short, he makes a fool of you.
Right mentorship. Okay, Pastor K, does there ever have to be a time in the marriage where you choose between your marriage and your career?
A time like that can come.
Okay, but
you should choose your marriage.
The marriage comes first before the career.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it has been a beautiful time having a conversation with Madam Zobia and Pastor K. And today we'll be talking about balancing marriage and your career. And from all evidence points to the fact that at the end of the day, the marriage actually comes first. At the end of the day, you both can come together, walk pari passu, hand in hand, and make sure the career, how it's not going to affect one another, each other, So yes, it has been a beautiful evening. I had a very good time and I learned, and I hope you learned too. And I hope what you learned, you have been able to unlearn, and relearn again. That is what we are here for, and that is why it is Western Spring Television, the very station that says it as it is. Thank you so much, Madam Zobia, for being a part of today's show.
Thank you for having me.
You look beautiful once again. Thank you so much, Pastor K, for being a part of the show.
Thank you so much.
And of course, you look handsome. There is no doubt about
Thank
that.
you.
Okay, it's your regular girl, Ajibike, and joining the screen diva. And trust me, and I'll keep saying this again, marriage is indeed an option if and in as much it is not life-threatening. I pray to God I see you same time next week. It is the festive period. Please, let's try and take it easy. Everybody should let's look out for one another. It is a season of love. Let's love one another without blemish. And of course, I pray to God that may we see this year to the end and of course, be present in 2026. Thank you so much for being a part of today's show. Do well to stream up on us on all our social media platforms at Western Spring Television. And of course, we're going to be in your faces with our amazing content. But up until next week, goodbye.
You are the love of my life, the apple of my eye. I'm so glad at the day I said yes, I do. You've given me so much love, although it's just a journey. I'm a ride or die with you.